I thought it was about time I did a reel in normal clothes rather than the sporting kit. And this is where you'll find me most of the week, sat at my desk working away. Whereas at the weekend, you'll probably find me out on that. We've been looking at how to achieve your goals and at the smarter goals setup. We've looked at S for specific, M for measurable. Today, we're going to look at A for achievable. And this is so important because you want to create a goal that you can achieve. So if you've never run before and you say in 6 months' time, I'm going to do a half marathon, it's unlikely you're going to achieve that. And if you're growing your business and you have a handful of customers and you say to yourself, I want 10 customers by the end of 6 months, it is very difficult to achieve that. Now, if you're like me, overreaching is a habitual lifestyle. And I've had to learn to be realistic with the goals that I set myself to make sure I can actually achieve them. So I've gone back into triathlon. I've done an Ironman triathlon. But if I went, well, in 6 months' time, I'm going to do another Ironman, I know the training that I need to put in to achieve that goal. And I know that's not going to happen. It's unrealistic. So setting goals that you know you can achieve is really important, because if you set something, the bar too high, ultimately you might feel you failed, or you might get discouraged and disheartened. Sometimes we do overreach, but if we do that, we can say to ourselves, perhaps doing that in that time frame was never going to work, but I still want to achieve the half marathon or the doubling of my business. But I know it's going to take a bit more time. That's kind of like the vision, what I'm going to achieve. And what's really good about achievable goals, especially if you put a time scale on them, is they break bigger visions down that you will achieve one day. So if you've never run before and you have a dream of doing, say, a marathon, start with a 5K. Start from, I haven't really run, perhaps I could do a 5K in 6 months. That is achievable. And with business, if you want to grow your business and you have a handful of clients and you want to have 20 clients, say to yourself, well, in 6 months, what could I achieve? Let's reach out and at least get a new client and see where that leads me. So having goals that are achievable doesn't necessarily mean downgrading your expectations, but it's providing a goal that you know if you work hard and you do the things that you need to do, could be achievable. So nothing breeds success like success. And when you achieve something, it spurs you on to the next thing and to the next thing. So having a goal that you know you can attain in a time period is so very, very important. And don't worry if you choose something that may be a bit more than you can chew after you've bitten it off, because you always have the opportunity with goal setting to change them, to adapt them. So if you don't fail in a goal, but you can adapt a goal to fit the circumstances that you're in. So achievable is a very, very important element of goal setting, and one that, if you're anything like me, you will have learned as you go along. So that's the A, the smarter goals. The next thing we'll be looking at is relevant. So that'll be coming up soon, and I hope you enjoy this video. So I better get back to work.